I need to touch more of that guitar on my wedge there, boss. One of the songs that we recorded on our most recent record, The Eastern Light, was a song that was written by my uncle Pat Byrne, and it was a song that was written about his father, my grandfather, Pad, who was he was a man from Great Paradise, Lincoln Bay, and it was recorded on an album that was done in 1983 called Towards the Sunset, and it was Pat and my father Joe and Baxter Wareham of Harbour Buffett, and there's a lot of special songs on that record for me, and probably one of the more special ones is this one, because it's a kind of a slightly kind of biographical song, you know, about a man who I never got a chance to know. My grandfather passed away long before I came along, so my first kind of coming to understand what kind of man he was hearing this song, actually, and it was also a way for me to understand what kind of man he was in the grand scheme of things, you know, what kind of man he was in Newfoundland at that time. I guess the kind of man that the industry doesn't really create anymore, you know, and it's called Pad's Song, and the chorus goes, "It was haul all day in the cross-handed way and hope that the dogfish wouldn't run." And you should always check your lyrics before you go to record a song, because there was a group, young crowd from Newfoundland, who recorded it, and God love them, they contacted Pat and they asked if they could record a song. He said absolutely, and he was delighted to see that a young traditional group had taken an interest in the song, and they sent him a copy of the song when they recorded it, and he played it, and he called me in. He was working at the university at the time, and he called me into the office and he said, "I got the version of the song that the boys from the Burin Peninsula did." And he said, "Come in and have a look, have a listen." And I listened to it, and they said it was haul all day in the cross-handed way and hope that the dogfish wouldn't drown. And Pat stopped the CD player and he looked at me and he said, "By God, you wouldn't be able to drown a dogfish if you tried." So I was a little bit on, I was on pins and needles, or I was heightened awareness when we went to record our own version. And God knows, even after I'd heard it a million times, I still went back and I checked the lyrics. It's called Pad's Song. It's about a man I never knew. Here we go. It was up with the dawning and down to the stage, and 'twas haul on your oil clothes each one. Put your 9-foot oars across her and leave the land behind. Head her out through the fog on the sand, and 'twas all day in the cross-handed way, and you'd hope that the dogfish wouldn't run. Curse the old black pond just to keep your spirits high. Keep your eye to the western forest wall. Now the cross-handed set was the paradise way. It was slow, but a man was on his own. You owed no man a penny, you bought your baccy with cod oil, and your pride was in the strength of your arm. And 'twas all day in the cross-handed way, and you'd hope that the dogfish wouldn't run. Curse the old black pond just to keep your spirits high. Keep your eye to the west before the squall. As the years they pass by, there were 3 daughters born, with no sign of a boy coming on. But your woman didn't worry, she was young and fair and strong, and she smiled from her garden on the hill. Now with 2 boys born and coming in to their own, all your comrades went chasing a dream, and you died never knowing of the wealth you did pass on. For it's only now it started to be seen, and 'twas holiday in the cross handed way, and you'd hope that the dogfish wouldn't run. Curse the old black pond just to keep your spirits high. Keep your eye to the west before the squall. And 'twas holiday in the cross handed away, and you'd hope that the dogfish wouldn't run. Curse the old black pond just to keep your spirits high. Keep an eye to